So basically, the Nationals is the first franchise-based esports league in the Philippines. The tournament is composed of 6 teams. So there's Smart Omega, Signal Ultra Warriors, Happy Feet Emperors, STIE Olympians, of course, Brand ePro, and Playbook. Franchise-based league means that mga teams, they already have their own slots in the tournaments. So, pero syempre, yung mga teams na yon, they need more players to join their team so that they can be represented. So that's where the Challenger and Academy Series tournaments comes in.
Yes, and syempre, I think familiar naman yung mga players and fans natin sa isang pro competition. Pero ano tong Road to the Nationals or Path to Pro? What is the difference of this between a regular tournament? So I'll throw that question to Sir Ren.
Yeah, so we have 6 franchise teams, right? From Smart Omega up to Laos Playbook Eagles. But we want to expand it. We want the tournament to be more inclusive. So ang naging solution namin is we created what we are calling the Path to Pro series or Road to Nationals, wherein meron kaming multi-stage tournaments. We have 2 Challenger series and 1 Academy series. So those are practically open tournaments, meaning everyone and anyone in the Philippines can join, assuming they meet a certain set of parameters na napakasimple lang, 15 years old above, residing in the Philippines and so on. But basically, when they compete there, they finish a certain spot, they qualify to the next stage, and doon sa next stage na yun, doon sila may chance mag-proceed pa further on into our pro league.
Napaka-exciting naman yan. Parang, alam mo yun, gusto ko rin sumali eh. Pero dun sa mga teams na kasali and sa players na gusto rin sumali sa Nationals, ano ba ang dapat nilang gawin?
Yeah, so there's 2 sides to it, right? Unang-una, yung mga teams namin, meron na silang initial players. May set date sila wherein they're supposed to submit the specific set of roster. But hindi pa yun yung buong team nila. And the way they build their team up, the way they fill up their team, is by drafting players from our Challenger, top teams natin sa Challenger and Academy Series. We are not limiting them to how many they can draft aside from the max number. However, we are requiring them to draft at least 1. So yung kung ilan specifically yung kailangan nilang i-draft, that's something we're gonna know later on in the competition.
Alam mo, yung exciting dyan is when we talk about the draft. So meron tayong Challenger and Academy Series. But let me ask, ano naman mangyayari sa draft series? So Jack.
Well, basically, the draft series is a way for the teams to actually get new players, diba? So parang ang very exciting part nito is that yung mga players na that would go through the draft series would actually be picked by the team owners themselves. So para at least madagdagan yung teams nila and they can be, be pros immediately after the draft series. So it's a way for them to go through that.
Alam mo, yung nakakatuwa dito is you can really go pro and I love the opportunity that it gives. So, syempre, meron tayong draft series and I heard that there is also a draft show. So, this is something I think that is similar to the NBA or the PBA. Pero sa Nationals, Sir Ren, how does this work?
It's kind of the same thing. I think it's unique in esports. Every team, again, is required to draft at least 1 player. Magkakaroon din kami ng lottery to determine the order of the team's drafting. And then we just go on from there. So basically, any player drafted will be part of the pro league. The teams is going to be competing in the pro league.
Of course, the moment that you actually get drafted, you are immediately a pro. So yun yung pinakamaganda dun sa may draft show. So parang you can get to see the players be welcomed by the owners themselves. So yun yung parang the moment that you get drafted, you are immediately a pro.
Na the Nationals is finally back.
Well, we're very excited. Finally, nandito na naman ulit tayo and we get to showcase a lot more of the esports athletes and aspiring esports athletes of the Philippines. So we're very excited and we have a new game. So talagang this is a new thing for us and we're all excited to hit the ground running. So hopefully the community is ready to showcase their talents also.
But we're bringing the same amount of attention, of production, of care sa competition na to. So really looking forward into, bringing the Nationals touch to the competitions. We think we can give a new avenue and portal for the players and the teams to expose themselves in the game itself, right? So we're happy for that, and we think it's going to be really exciting this year.
Because we're starting anew, basically everything is kind of new to us aside from the game itself. So the really good advantage of having a new game is this is a new community that we are actually engaging in. So basically, para sa kanila, lahat to bago. So, syempre, may draft series, may academy series. There's a lot of ways for them to actually join. So, yun yung pinakabago, at least for, not only for us, and even for the community.